of the President. May we know why, Mr. President, it has to be under the office of the President? Would the gentleman tell us how many officers right now are under the administrative supervision of the President?
Under this, the members under this bill, Mr. President, there will be seven members. One is we call chairman, and 6 members, board members. To be chosen by the President, Mr.
Our question is, why do we want to place the Philippine Boxing Commission under the administrative supervision of the President? And let me explain the context of the question. Mr. President, I had the fortune of being an executive secretary in the office of the President. And, Mr. President, you cannot imagine the number of agencies under the office of the President. So that what happens is that because of the sheer number of agencies under the office of the President, they are like flying saucers just revolving around, nobody supervising them, because the executive secretary simply cannot supervise them.
Because, Mr. President, the President appoints the 7 members of this commission.
Mr. President, the President of the Republic is the appointing authority, and he appoints everybody in this world, in this bureaucracy, unless delegated to the department secretary or another official. The fact that one is appointed by the office of the President is not a justification for putting the agency under the office of the President.
Yes, it is,
It can be the Philippine Boxing Commission can have the commissioners appointed by the President and be under the Games and Amusement Board for administrative supervision.
It is best.
I think it's best to be under by the President, Mr. President.
Why, Mr. President?
Because for the best interest of the agency, Mr. President.
I'm sorry?
The best interest of the commission, Mr. President.
What is the best interest of the Commission that requires that it be placed under the office of the President?
Mr. President, same thing with GOB. GOB is under the President. Under the Executive Secretary and
Under the?
Executive Secretary.
So, since the GAB is under the office of the President, the Philippine Boxing Commission, without any rhyme or reason, should also be under the office of the President.
What's the question?
What's the question, Mr. President?
The only reason why the proposal is to place the Philippine Boxing Commission under the office of the President is that because the GAB is under the office of the President. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. President. I think and I believe that the best format for to be under by the President, this Boxing Commission.
But I thought the GAB has a precisely the rationale that is being presented before us is that the GAB is too big and therefore we must focus on boxing. So why are we putting the commission on the same level as the GAB insofar as reporting to the office of the President is concerned?
Because, Mr. President, I believe this is the best format in term of organization. The President will appoint the members of this commission.
is discipline.
You know, Mr. President, I hope I can convince the gentleman from General Santos that the mere fact that a government official is appointed by the President is not a justification for the direct supervision of the President over a commission or an agency. I think that's very basic.
Yes, I understand.
I understand that, Mr. President.